Oh, you got it. Okay. Now it came up for me.
Could be it was mine. It could be. I don't know how this thing works.
Now it came up for me. I don't know.
Most complicated.
Parrots, we got it. We got it. Parrots.
Okay, we're up to. Hold on, I just lost the place. What are we saying? Gimel, Perek Vav?
Daled. Simon, Vav Daled. Sif Daled.
Vav Dalet, okay.
And we have to go to test, including tests.
That's it?
Yeah. Hey, Daled, hey, Vav, Zayin, Ches, test.
Okay. Okay, so Dalet. So Tzrichen, Perek Vav, is Dalet. So Tzrichen Lizor, Shaloi Levar, Chas V'Shalom, Bracha Levatol. You have to be very careful not to make a bracha levatala. Ligroim la'atzma levarach bracha she'ena tzricha, or to cause you to make a bracha she'ena tzricha. Meaning, bracha. There's a difference between a bracha levatala and bracha she'ena tzricha. Bracha levatala is that you're looking at the sky, and you decide to make a shahakol, right? So that's a bracha levatala. But a bracha she'ena tzricha means if you're eating, if you have a Coca-Cola, a Coke in front of you, and a Sprite in front of you, make a bracha on the Coke, and then you decide to make a bracha on the Sprite. That is a legitimate bracha. But it's ein tzricha because you already made the bracha. Fine. So you got to be careful with that. And if you did, or any other situation where you said Hashem's name levatala. And again, that doesn't. People just say, "Oh, just make a bracha and just say Baruch Shem." That doesn't mean you can be lax about saying Hashem's name and then say, "Oh, I'll just say Baruch Shem Kavod." No, it's if you were in that situation and that happens, and then you say Baruch Shem. And if after you say Hashem's name, you say, meaning you said Baruch Atah Hashem, and then you realize 1 second, I'm not supposed to be making a bracha. Then you say Lamdeini Chukecha Shezeu Pasuk Shalom, because that's a full pasuk that's in Tilim. So like this, you said Baruch Atah Hashem Lamdeini Chukecha. And then it's like learning, and it's not batola because you're allowed to say psukim all day with Hashem's name. Right? You could say as many times as you want, any pasuk with Hashem's name, which is why you're allowed to repeat Shema, and that's why when you're davening Shema, when you're davening later and you want to say Shema early, because there's no problem, because it's just psukim. This one I can never remember the pasuk. I have no problem remembering. The next one, which is a lot of times what happens, because you say Baruch Atah Hashem, we say it so fast, you say Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu, and then it's too late to say Lamdeinu Chukecha. I mean, it doesn't hurt to say it, right? Right? It's a very fine point there. Yisayim v'yomer Yisrael avinu me'olam v'ad olam, which is a whole lot more to remember, which is why I can't remember. Shizo gam kein lashon ha'pasuk v'divrei hayomim. That's a pasuk in divrei hayomim. Mikomokim yomer gam b'zeh Baruch Shem kavod malchusay le'olam v'ed. You should also say Baruch Shem kavod malchusay le'olam v'ed over there too. All right. Because it's not a full pasuk. That's a pshat. Okay. Hey berach al hamayim v'shama sheyesh meis b'shchuna. So now there's an interesting halacha. Hopefully nobody knows from it, but if you make a bracha on water, and you heard that there's a mace in the neighborhood. Now the din is, it's not a din, but it's a minig. A minig who lishbech hamayim sheb'shchunas mace. All water that's in the neighborhood. How you define neighborhood is a whole different story, but any water that's in the neighborhood, you spill it out. So you made a bracha, and then somebody tells you, by the way, somebody just died. So they spill it out. What you should do, even though you're supposed to spill it out, but you should drink a little bit so that it won't be a bracha levatala. Val yidak v'nei sakana. Oh, what about sakana? Because a rule, kishem mitzvahs leyeh davara. Somebody who keeps mitzvahs, nothing bad's going to happen. So the only reason why you're drinking this water that's a sakana is because you want to make sure there's no bracha levatala. Ayin lakaman simin kuftes siftes ulachar shashasamat yishbech hashar. Right now, another one of these cases that comes up is, let's say you're fleishiks and you make a bracha and you eat milchiks. Right. So what should you do then? So what do you do? Should you, if it's an isser, so what the place can say to do is you taste it, right? On a fast day also. And if on a fast day you make a bracha to taste something, so then you don't remember. So then what you do is you take a little taste and then you spit it out. Fine. So Beirach, also Vav. Kol habrachas chutz birchas hamazon shivayim yot Hashem Simin Memdal Sif Yudalf. I'm not sure if the parentheses, some versions of the Kitzurs have it, some don't have it, right? But I'll read it anyways. In the topic, anytime you have a suffix of a bracha, so brachas are the rabbana, right? So anytime you have a suffix of the rabbana, so you don't make a bracha except for birchas hamazon, right? So, and this happens to me all the time. I'm not sure if I made a bracha achrayna. Right, so you're not allowed. You can't decide to be frum and make a bracha achrayna. Anyways, how could it be? I'm not making a bracha achrayna. You can't do that. It's also to make the bracha. So for a bracha achrayna, it's not a big deal. Just drink more. Right, and meaning try to put yourself out of the situation. But a suffix, but birchas hamazon could be a deraisa. Birchas hamazon is deraisa if you're full. If you're not full, then birchas hamazon is not deraisa either. Fine. Zion. Chayiv Adam levarach b'chol yom mea brachas lepachas. A person is chayiv to make 100 brachas every day. But David HaMelech tikkun zayis. David HaMelech was masaking this when they were having what was the magefa there? I don't remember. But that's why when during Corona there was a big push for everybody to do mea brachas so that the magefa would go away. Oh, that's what it was, right? There was the Torah says that there was 100 people dying a day. So therefore David was masaking this for those 100, and then Mamela, and then it stopped. Remez Davar Nuum Hagever Hukam all Begamatria is Meya. Wasmach man Torah. What does Hashem want if not to fear Him? Right, 100. Hein mea brachas shein the yiras Hashem to do yiras Hashem, ula'ava, and to love Him, ula'ava Hashem.
Want to come out?
It's got a second. Lost the place. And to remember constantly Hashem, meaning if you're making 100 brachas a day, so then you're going to have your constant reminder of Hashem. Besides that, you'll end up with eating a lot of food too.
Oh, no, they don't.
Right?
Wow.
Haklala Sheva Mishnah. Did I skip? Yeah. So Haklala Sheva Mishnah Torah, Hein Tisha Mishmara. The klalas in Mishnah Torah and Dvarim are 98. Uksiv Gam Kol Choli V'Chol Maka Harei Meya. Umei Bracha Shana B'Varchim B'Chol Yom Meginas Lenu Li Natzal Mehem. And the 100 brachas that you make every day, protect you from the klalas, from the 98 klalas. Shabbos v'Yontif. So what do you do on Shabbos v'Yontif? Shabbos v'Yontif became a tainus shechaserim min mea brachas, right? That it's less than it's 100, not less than 100 brachas. Mashlimin b'mashem echavran l'irchas hashliach hatzif chazaras hatfilas. You have to think about. You have to actually concentrate on what the shliach tzibur says in chazaras hashatz and birchas hakarim b'Torah. That's the way you do it on on Shabbos. So you have to actually pay attention to all those brachas. And the berachas anenin means you have snacks. Make sure you have cholent Friday night, and then kiddush. That's the one advantage of making a kiddush on Shabbos morning. You get a lot of extra brachas. Fine. Ches kol bracha shadam shemeh bechaveira. Any bracha you hear from your friend, k'shemeh aimrei baruch atah Hashem hu aimer baruch hu baruch shemai. Uk'shegaimer is the bracha tzarich leimer amen. Right? Say baruch shemai and amen. Upirush amen hu emes. When you say the answer, when you say amen, that's emes. V'cham v'liboy. And what should be the kavana? Emes hu habracha shebeirach hamavarech v'ani mamen b'zeh. So what the concentration when you say emes is that the bracha is true, and I believe in it. And let's say it's a bracha that actually has a tefillah, meaning it has a request from Hashem. Meaning the bracha that the kids are talking about till now is when somebody makes a brichas hashvach. He's praising Hashem, so you say, I believe in it too. When somebody's doing a tefillah, so then could go in brichas shmena esrei min ata choinin aramach shchinas al tzion or brichas sim shalom yechaven ba'miras amen l'shnei dvarim. So then there you have to have kavana in the amen to two things: emes hi habracha and yihiratz and sheyamnu advarim b'meheira. Right, that you want to say that it should be when it's a tefillah. So you're saying that it should. We're saying amen that I agree and that it should come true. And kaddish, which is only in the future, meaning we're davening. When we say kaddish, we're saying that we're hoping that Hashem will His name will be made great. Then, then you should just have kavanah that it's going to be, that it should happen soon. You said we're including tests tonight?
Some really nice things.
I think you said that, right? Tests?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. This is a whole sugya unto itself, and the Kitzur makes it in a very short way. But if somebody is listening and when he hears a bracha, and it's a place that he can't be mafsik, right? So lo yomer baruch hu baruch shemai, then don't say baruch hu baruch shemai. Why? Because baruch hu baruch shemai is not a chiyuv; it's a minig. So don't say it. This is what you say in Psukei de Zimra. Don't say baruch hu baruch shemai. V'cheinu hu shemei bracha shegam hu tzarich latzes bebracha zayis. If you hear a bracha that you also need to be yaitzer with that bracha, shetei nechshavas like ilu amar ba'atzmas, as if you said it yourself. Birchas hashayfer, birchas hamegillah, lo yomer baruch hu baruch shemai. When you're doing it,
No, he's not. No, he's not.
when you're doing it, meaning you have to be yaitzer the mitzvah, so then don't say baruch hu baruch shemai, because that's also a hefsek. Mishum dezeh havi hefsek be'emtza brachas, because that's a hefsek in the middle of the brachas. If you're standing in a place where you're not allowed to be mafsik, what you're allowed to answer, when you're not allowed to answer, depends if you're in Birchas Kriya Shema or you're in Psukei de Zimra. So the mistake that a lot of people make with this is that they think by shofar you're not allowed to talk. So they think you're not allowed to say Baruch Hu Baruch Shema either. That is not the din. Any sort of tefillah by shofar, meaning not by the initial bracha of shofar, but throughout Chazaras Hashatz or whatever it is, so that you are allowed to say Baruch Hu Shema, because that's part of the tefillah. But you're not allowed to say Baruch Hu Baruch Shema during Psukei de Zimra. But I'm sure anybody that learns 10 o'clock at night Kitzur is not coming late enough that he's in the middle of Psukei de Zimra during Chazaras Hashatz. All right. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a fine night.
Thanks.
All right. Oh, the Neshama's over here. What's your father's name again? What's his name?
Nasim Michal ben Mordechai Yitzchak.
Neshama's home in Aliyah.
And Alta Chanoch Henech ben